Just want to give you more updates. Yemen's Houthi rebels, they have bombed IDF airbase. We have heard about this. I'm going to be actually sharing some new information coming in the last hours. But before I do that, just to remind you guys, most of my viewers are not subscribed. Consider subscribing and support my independent journalism. We have chaos in northern Israel amid air raid sirens. And this is coming after it was reported on a Jerusalem Post that Yemen's Houthi rebels on Saturday morning, means in the last few hours, they have fired ballistic missile at Israel, triggering sirens in Jerusalem and some areas of southern Israel. In the fourth attack by the Iran-backed terror group, according to Jerusalem Post, again, in some 24 hours. So they are attacking the IDF targets relentlessly especially in the last 24 hours. We have at least 4 missile attack on Israel coming again from Yemen. And Yemen's Houthi rebels have claimed that an attack on an IDF base was successful, and this is something we hear from the spokesperson of Houthis, Yahya Sari, on a regular basis. They're coming out and giving us all the updates. And therefore, it is safe to say that the campaign that United States they have launched against the Houthis in order to eliminate the leadership echelon is not successful so far. And they are becoming more desperate, and we have seen how United States they have stepped up their attack on Yemen. There were no injuries of the ballistic missile attack coming from Houthis, according to IDF, of course. They fall in open area, nobody gets hurt, everything is just fine. And then next thing you hear is that the airport is closed, public, they're running for shelter, and blah, 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 blah. There were no reports of injuries or damage in the attack. Sirens sounded at 6:25 a.m. in Jerusalem and the surrounding area, along with several southern West Bank settlements and Israeli communities near the Dead Sea. Now, guys, what we are seeing at the moment is complete panic in the state of Israel, as we also have reported how the fire is wreaking havoc in Israel at the moment. Nevertheless, this is what Donald Trump has to say about the Houthis when he was questioned about the progress. Let's take a listen.
The Trump administration is going to build on Saturday's nuclear talks with Iran, with another round of negotiations set for this weekend. And President Trump says his team is not going to waste any time.
Well, we're going to be doing it very shortly. Iran also, it was another way. I met with a different group of people in Iran, and we'll be making a decision on Iran very quickly.
Georgia Congressman Rich McCormick sits on the House Foreign Affairs Committee, and he joins us now. Congressman, good morning to you. So these were largely indirect talks, but Steve Witkoff, and Iran's foreign minister, did meet face to face. And the Associated Press points out that Iranian state TV even reported this face to face discussion, which means that, Iranian state TV, usually hardline Iranians running that channel, it means that according to Iran, these negotiations went well. So what do you think about this first round of talks and where things go from here?
Okay, so I'm not going to be playing his response, but the video title on Fox News was this, quote, Trump puts Houthis on notice with chilling warning, we will find them, end quote. This is, again, a warning that was issued by Donald Trump in regards to the Houthis, and also they talked about Iran. Now, preceding the sirens by some 5 minutes, an early alert in Israel warning was issued to a wide area in Jerusalem and southern Israel, alerting civilians of the long-range missile attack via a push notification on their phones. What Israel right now they're doing is they're actually reaching out to individuals on their phones. In the past, it was just the siren system that will be blared and people will be running for shelter. But what we are seeing today is that they're not only blaring those sirens, but also they are using text messages to notify the attack by the Houthis coming from Yemen. So it does show, guys, that Israelis, they are panicking, and these ballistic missile attacks, they are largely successful to halt or even to stop the daily movements of the people of Israel. Otherwise, why would they be sending those text messages, notifications to alert its citizen of an upcoming ballistic missile from Yemen? This is becoming absolute number one of their priorities, that we need to make sure that nobody gets hurt, or that these missiles, as we know, they are not gonna relent, and they want to make sure that nobody is coming under attack. The new alert system, which was recently activated, means with a text message, has faced teething trouble of either not sending alerts or sending out warnings over a wider area than the sirens cover. In other words, IDF and the Israeli government, they're finding it very, very hard, very, very challenging to make sure that these people are getting these alerts in Israel. On Friday, as we know, the Houthis fired 2 ballistic missiles at northern Israel, claiming to have targeted the Ramat David Airbase and the coastal city of Haifa. The IDF said both missiles, which set off sirens at 5:31 a.m. and 1:38 p.m., were intercepted. Again, most of the time you will hear them saying, we have intercepted the missiles, nothing happened. Additionally, on Friday evening, the IDF said a drone launched at Israel from the east, code for Yemen, was shot down by the Israeli Air Force. So whenever you hear the word from east, this is actually a code for Yemen. From the east means coming from Yemen, if they say that. No sirens sounded according to protocol, the IDF added. Since March, guys, in March 18th, when IDF, they have resumed its offensive, this is genocide against Hamas in the Gaza Strip, the Houthis in Yemen have launched some 26 ballistic missiles and several drones at Israel. Only around half of them triggered sirens in the country and were shot down, while the others fell short. Now, I do not know if they fell short or they fell and they created some damage, and therefore they're now upgrading their system to text messages, text message alert. We do not know, and we'll never know because IDF will not tell us. The sirens often send hundreds of notifications, and they will be seeking shelters, the Israeli people, and they will be rushing to shelters at all hours of the night, causing a number of injuries in the scramble. The sirens are a precaution against falling debris from the intercepts that have occasionally caused injuries, death, or damage. But of course, we do not hear the death news from IDF. The Houthis, whose slogan is "Death to America, Death to Israel, a curse on the Jew," first began attacking Israel and maritime traffic in November of 23, a month after October 7th Hamas's attack. Again, these are all coming from the Times of Israel, or Jerusalem Post, I believe, not Times of Israel. Looks like IDF, they are in now big trouble with all of these missiles not getting, a lot of them are not getting really intercepted, even though they say no, they are getting intercepted, but they have to now upgrade their system in order to notify, alert their own citizen. Subscribe for more videos and for more updates. See you in the next one.